All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with our end of day post wave report of yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave price trigger reports. All right, this is a quick report because we have the FOMC tomorrow. So we're not going to know how things shake out until after the announcement. Then on Thursday, we have the ECB. So back to back days of rate decisions. So let's jump right into it. So the first chart here is the Bitcoin futures. As you can see here, the market basically taking a breather ahead of the FOMC. No big bets to speak of yet, but we do have a bearish trend momentum reading. So at any rate, we do know that the market is at the rally mode. So we expect for just about anything to pop off at this point will be to the downside in this market. Next up is the XRP Ripple. And as you can see here, this one's been chopping around up here after making this spike rally here. And we have a neutralized market for, going into the FOMC tomorrow with a rally alert. The market's been all over the place, just flip-flopping around up here. So we'll see how things shake out too after the report. For most of the part, the markets are paused. Most markets are paused ahead of this report. Looking at Litecoin, it still has a bearish trend momentum reading. And we have a neutralized market for tomorrow ahead of the FOMC with also possible rally alert. Next up is wheat. Now, wheat has a bullish trend momentum reading, and the market broke out from the rally alert that we got and we talked about in last night's video. So you can see that here. The market did give you upside production today, and I think the market's going to run, being that it closed above the old resistance highs there. The next run up here is going to be the $9.50 a bushel. So this one's definitely a strong buy right now. Taking a look at soybeans. Soybeans is not doing so hot at the moment. We got a negative trend momentum reading, and we have a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Now, the thing to note is we're right here at the top of the Kumo cloud support. As long as the market can stay above that, then it's a possibility we could turn things around, and then that would neutralize the crash alert. So very interesting turn of events up here above the Kumo cloud for the soybeans. Next up, we have corn. Now, corn is neutralized going into tomorrow, but we also have a crash alert as the market failed to get back up toward the bottom of the Kumo cloud resistance there. So, yeah, it looks like corn is going the opposite way. Wheat's the only thing that's running right now. All right, looking at silver, we still have a bearish trend momentum reading. This market is heading lower. We had a crash alert today. The market gave us a pause, setting up for the next down leg. And as you know, the alerts can lead the market 3 to 5 days out. So we are expecting the market to fall here. All right, so I'm expecting silver to drop precipitously here in the next day or two. Next up is nat gas, still neutralized, still locked in bear market. Nothing to see there. The Dow futures is neutralized ahead of the FOMC, hitting a new 52-week high. So we're going to wait and watch and see what shakes out after the FOMC tomorrow on the Dow. Next up is the NASDAQ 100 futures. You can see here that we're still under the auspices of a bearish trend momentum reading. So this one is still in the sell the rally mode as well going into the FOMC. Next up is gold. Gold still has a bearish trend momentum reading going into the FOMC. We had this initial crash alert, and now we have another crash alert. For tonight into tomorrow's trading for gold. I'm expecting a precipitous drop in both gold and silver. The S&P 500 ahead of tomorrow is neutralized ahead of the FOMC. But we do have a bullish trend momentum reading. So we'll wait and see what happens. They had a bearish one under the neutralized conditions, didn't get any downside production, and now the S&P is trying to reverse and rally more. So it broke out today. And so we're watching it to see what happens going into the Fed tomorrow, but we're neutralized for tomorrow. Next up is crude oil. Crude oil bear market rally is strong, powerful, underway. And the next upside target is around that $85 handle with the bullish trend momentum reading. This should be doable. Next up is the euro. So the euro had a crash alert coming into today. We got that downside production, and we have a bearish trend momentum reading. Market should be in free fall all the way down to the 108 handle, which is the bottom of the Kumo cloud there. Next up is the pound sterling. Same thing. We have a bearish trend momentum reading, and the market is headed down here toward that 125 handle. Next up is the Aussie. The Aussie still has a bearish trend momentum reading. You're in the sell the rally mode. Market's consolidating up here above the Kumo cloud, but it has much overhead resistance. Next up is the Russell. We got a bearish trend momentum reading. Markets in the sell the rally mode here, as well as the price action has been consolidating these past couple of days. We had a crash alert. Now we're into the third day. Tomorrow will be the fourth day. We'll see if we get that downside production. Like you know, the rally and crash alerts can lead the market 3 to 5 days out. And so this one seems to be ahead of the market right now. All right, next up is copper. We're neutralized going into the FOMC tomorrow, so we'll have to wait for that one. Next up is the Ethereum futures, bearish trend momentum reading. You're now inside of the Kumo cloud consolidation area here, but you have a bearish overlap, which means the market's still in a sell the rally mode, so we do expect the price action to fall lower. All right, folks, so that's it to wrap it up for tonight. Not a lot to talk about or going, ahead of the meeting. We have to wait and see what the Fed does or doesn't do in order to ascertain what's going to happen. But we do have the alerts that we're going to be watching for intraday price inflection points. I don't know if he's doing a conference afterwards or not, but we're going to be waiting and looking to see how the markets react around these key areas of support and resistance. So remember, be patient. The system works if you work the system. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. Smash that like button, and we're out. Peace.